In January, New Brunswick often experiences cold and snowy weather. Driving down the Hanwell Road in the province's capital of Fredericton features just that. A dark cold morning and snow-covered roads. A snow event of around 10 centimeters fell the previous evening, leaving a layer of fresh white snow and some scattered icy patches. Driving through rural New Brunswick on the lone paved roads through the boreal forests calls for a slow and steady drive of around 65 kilometers per hour, given the road conditions. The plows are hard at work though, as we would eventually pass through Harvey. The McAdam Subdivision crosses the road here. The side road snowbanks remains undisturbed, indicating no recent train crossings since the road was plowed. Continuing our snowy drive, just over an hour later, we would finally arrive at our final destination of McAdam. Situated on the eastern side of New Brunswick, McAdam is a small town with a population of around 1,200 people and is just a short 10-minute drive away from the Canada-US border. The railway tracks here are under the ownership of New Brunswick Southern Railway, featuring multiple lines that originate out of McAdam Yard, including the McAdam Subdivision, the McAdam Subdivision, and the St. Stephen's Subdivision. However, perhaps McAdam is most renowned for its iconic train station that has grazed the town for over 120 years. During the 20th century, McAdam thrived as a virtual junction for passenger trains, heading from west and east between Montreal and Atlantic Canada, and north and south between Edmundston and St. Stephen. At its busiest times, the station served up to 16 passenger trains every day, although times have now changed. During the progression of the 20th century, new forms of transportation arose. Passenger trains through McAdam slowly faded to obsolescence, as the final passenger train ran for the final time through McAdam in December of 1994, 30 years ago, marking the end of an era that had spanned for over a century. Today, the station has been preserved as a historical landmark of what was. The village has undertaken fundraising efforts and maintenance initiatives to ensure the structure's preservation, opening its doors to the public during the summer months for guided tours, and hosting seasonal events, such as magnifying the station with Christmas lights during the festive season. Although passenger trains have been long since deceased, regular freight traffic still passes the McAdam train station every day. Shortly after dawn on this cold morning, we find two idling locomotives, 6413 and 6408. The crew aboard are preparing to lead a westbound train over the McAdam Subdivision. However, their preparations are temporarily on hold until this train first leaves the yard. This is New Brunswick Southern Railway Train 120. They originate daily out of Brownville Junction, Maine. They stop here for a crew change and to work the yard before continuing to St. John's Ponderosa Yard where the train will terminate. Firstly though, the train will cross right in front of the McAdam train station. With train 120 fully assembled and prepared for its journey to St. John, the crew must now seek permission from New Brunswick Southern Railway's radio traffic controller before proceeding on their route.
PO 700, knot 7 knot knot. Leading out of the MBSR 6409, got the MBSR 6410, MBSR 6403, MBSR 6471, and the MBSR 2259 trailing. Car count 73 by 9. We're looking for a proceed from the east, DASD, caution limit sign McAdam, to the west, WESD, caution limit sign St. John, over.
With their track clearance successfully granted, NBSR 120 begins to pull its train out of McAdam Yard, debuting the beginning of a chase through the snowy environments of central New Brunswick. New Brunswick experiences snowfall and heavy rains year-round. Even during its driest periods, accumulations of over 1,000 millimeters of rain fall annually. This abundance of water has led to the formation of over 2,500 lakes scattered across the province. Among these water bodies, Harvey Lake stands out as one of the largest, spanning over 5 kilometers in diameter. A series of houses and cottages dot the shoreline, providing a sense of stillness during the harsh winter months. But not for long though. For 1.5 kilometers, the McAdam Subdivision runs parallel with the hillsides of Harvey Lake, as our MBSR Train 120 fills the air as it approaches the town of Harvey. As we journey deeper into the heart of New Brunswick, the roads become increasingly treacherous. To press onwards of our chase, we are compelled to traverse Highway 645, which stretches unpaved for 8 kilometers. NBSR 120, running parallel to us, clears the defect detector.
NBSR detector, milepost 59.4. No defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axle 490. Speed 26 out.
NBSR 120, 2 miles up the track, has just blown its horn for Highway 101. The train now approaches our selected spot at Airport Road, located at milepost 38 on the McAdam Subdivision. The 3 lead locomotives on this train are newly refurbished SD70M-2 EMDs. They were first acquired by the company in August of 2021 in order to aid in transporting goods across southern New Brunswick and the state of Maine. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. We'll see you next time out on the rails.